little soldier. No one is as bold or as tough as me. Has my daddy told you? One day when I'm older, I can be a soldier and shoot you in the face.
One can hardly move for beauty and brilliance these days. It seems that there are millions of these one in a millions these days. Specialness is regular. Above average is average. If everyone is a miracle, how can anything really be miraculous?
My mommy says I'm her special little ballerina. She has never seen a prettier ballerina.
May I have some more cake? Take a picture of my angel from this angle.
He's clearly more emotionally developed than his peers. Let's take a photo, huh?
Smile for mommy. Smile. Big smile, okay?
She blinks. Take one.
Take one.
Well, did you see his school reports?
Honestly, I think we should change the school. These teachers are clearly falling short. See?
And you? You! Must be the brightest in class, huh?
Look, this is going to take much longer, Doctor. I've got a plane to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Miss Wormwood?
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. This time, I've got a secret weapon. My hair flip.
I think we should have a talk.
So what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Yes?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Am I? Look, am I fat?
You're pregnant!
What?
You're gonna have a baby!
Well, I've already got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't that something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics? Oh my good lord! What about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships?
A baby, Miss Wormwood. A child. The most precious gift the natural world can bestow has been handed to you. A brand new human being. A life. A person. A wonderful new person is about to come to your life to bring magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, help!
Where's he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, your baby.
Oh my word. He's an ugly little thing.
This is one of the most beautiful babies I've ever seen.
Where's his
Is what? Miss Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful girl.
Yeah, okay. Can we get home now? I'm missing my show.
But what about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships?
Dance competition's over. You missed it.
Look, I don't suppose we could exchange it for a boy. This is the worst day of my life. I should be dancing, not dressed in hospital cotton with an ouchie front bottom and this
Miracle!
horrible,
Miracle!
smelly little.
The most beautiful miracle I've ever seen. Every life is unbelievable. chances of existence are almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life, and yet every single life is a miracle, miracle, miracle.
My mommy said I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day the dog chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no pair for a miracle like me. My mommy said I'm a miracle, that I'm as tiny and as shiny as a mirror ball. You can be all cynical, but it's the truth, empirical. There's never been a miracle as me. My mommy's a lovely little worm. Daddy says you're a bore. Mom says you're a jumped up little germ. That you're a good case of population control. You should learn to shut up your pie hole. No one likes a smart-mouthed girl like you. Dad said you should watch more TV. Get out of it. Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Look at this! She's reading a book! It's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
She keeps reading stories to me, Harry. Stories! Who wants stories? It's just not normal for a girl to be all
Thinking.
I'm gonna call you straight back. Would you please shut up? I am trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life. And have to listen to this? It's your fault. You spend us into trouble and expect me to get us out? What am I?
Well, what about me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. I'm off to bleach my roots, and I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man.
But I'm going to make us rich.
Rich?
Oh, very rich. Russian businessman. Very, very stupid. The genius husband is going to sell him 155 knackered old bangles. His brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair does not get you anywhere, you thick-headed twit-brain. All I can say is, thank heavens Michael has inherited his old man's brain. Eh, son?
Michael.
Well, I shall take your money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
This is all your fault with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
But that's not fair. I didn't do anything.
Fair? Right? I'll tell you something that's right. You're off to school in a few days' time. And you won't be getting right there. No. See, I know your headmistress, our Goddard Trunchboard. And I've told her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. Great, big, strong woman she is. Used to compete in the Olympics, throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's going to do with a horrible, squeaky goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now go off to bed, you little bookworm.
Matilda, here in the library again, are we? Yes. I mean, my mom wanted me to stay home with her. She hates it when I go out. Dad, too. He loves having me around, but I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space. Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. And do you tell them lots of stories like you do with me? I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way. But if you did happen to have a story you wanted
Goodbye,
to...
Mrs. Phelps. See you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey, and good luck with the told story. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting, but if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell...
Who is that?
That lady, that was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady is my...
Yes, your teacher. Well, I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? I'd love to meet her, actually.
Bye, Miss Phelps. See you tomorrow.
After your first day of school. Mrs. Phelps, head librarian at the town library. I love my books, and nothing warms the cockles of my heart like a little girl who loves to read. It's a rarity, you know, nowadays, with the apps and the telly and that awful new box on your screen. What's it called? YouTube. Well, some children grow up into exceptional adult humans because of their parents. Matilda grew up to be a confident, feisty young lady in spite of her parents. They were awful to her. And that boy Michael, a little devil, I'll tell you that. She'd never say it to me, but I could see it in that little girl's eyes. She'd hate the thought of going home. When I'd lock the libraries up in the evening, she would drag her feet in about 30 new books and walk sadly back to the Wormwood's loud and messy home.
I'm tired of characters who just want changed on stories. Jack and Jill, was their fall really inevitable? Will they always be innocent victims of this rhyme? And Romeo and Juliet, will the stories always be written in the stars? We're told that we have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Even if you find that life is not fair, it doesn't mean you have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might be saying that that's all right, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong. Pink sweet out of children. Oil of violets. Hair tonic for men, yep. Nobody's gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
In business, son, a man's hair is his greatest asset. Good hair means good trade. Now, the secret to my success in business is secrets. Yes, secrets. The secret to my success is this: oil of violets, hair tonic for men. Stand back, son. Your old man is going to work. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's where it's all at. That's the bananas right there. Let me tell you something, son. A man in business simply cannot fail to get noticed when he looks like this.
Your hair, it's
Green! What on earth did you do? No. Good Lord, woman. Have you started already? It's not even 8:30. My hair! It's green!
What on earth did you do that for? Why
What are you talking about? You fool. The boy's a loony.
I'm a girl. My mommy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I'm his special little boy.
I'm a prince. I'm a prince.
Mom says I'm an angel.
Mom says I'm great just the way I am.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or princess? You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why?
Why? Did you hear what he just said?
Just wait for your phys ed.
What's ed?
Physical education.
It's the national specialty.
The alphabet. You gotta learn to listen up, kids. Let's teach them the alphabet.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or princess?
You will soon see that there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort,
You're just wasting energy because life as you know it is ancient history.
I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages.
Just living hell. But if I can try, I can remember.
Back before my life had ended, before my happy days were over.
Before I first heard the pealing of the bell, like you, I was quite curious.
So innocent, I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you wanna suffer, listen up.
And I will teach you a thing or two. You, listen here, my dear.
You will be punished so severely if you step out of the line. And if you cry, it will be double.
You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why? Why? Did you hear what he just said?
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day. Your first day of school. Now, does anyone know their squares and square roots? Let's start with 2, Matilda. What's 2 squared?
2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81, and 10 squared is 100.
Oh my word!
I can do cubes too. Like 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 9, and 7 cubed is 729.
Stop! Good heavens! How far can you go?
I don't know, quite a long way I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 16 cubed is?
4,096.
Yes, that is. How about this? This is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it. 72 cubed?
370,248. That's 373,248.
And look at reading. Has anyone read Roald Dahl?
Ooh, me, miss, I can.
Yes, very well, Eric. Do you think you could tell me what this word means? Tyranny? way to channelize this?
Oh, Miss Honey, the less said the better. She doesn't let it show. But I think Matilda is having a hard time at home. It's a loud kind of house.
But do they know? Do they know how brilliant this little girl is?
Perhaps it's best we meet them. I've been meaning to for ages, but I've never felt it was quite my place. Perhaps if we went together?
Oh, Mrs. Phelps, I don't think that's a great idea. You know what the headmistress thinks about us talking to the parents. She's a little...
Well, all I know, Miss Honey, is that we need to do something. We must.
Knock on the door, Jen. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office. Like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating. Hands shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. Perhaps I'll come back later. One should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle. Just knock on the door, Jen. Knock on the door.
Enter! Don't just stand there like a wet tissue! Get on with it!
Yes, Miss Sherwood, in my class there's a little girl named Matilda Wormwood and
Daughter of Harry Wormwood, owner of Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat though. Says she's a real what?
oh no, Miss Trunchbull. I don't believe Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bambinatum Magitum.
Bambinatum est maggotum. Children are maggots.
But Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense! Haven't I just told you that she's a gangster?
She can calculate her squares and cubes till 300,000.
So she's learned a few tricks.
But she can read all kinds of books and understand them.
So can I.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that in my opinion, this little girl should be placed in high school.
What? But she's a shrimp, a squid, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot simply place her in high school. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey? Rules.
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules. In my school? You! What have I told you?
Look at these trophies. See how they gleam in the sunlight? See how they shine? What do you think it took to become English hammer throwing champion 1969? Do you think when her big moment came, that she treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, she did not.
If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line.
If you want to throw the hammer for your country,
Bambinatum est mugitum. You have to stay inside the circle at all times.
and if you want to achieve success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness.
Tenderness.
You have to force the squids to toe the line.
Bambinatum, Gloria mugitum.
Repeat after me, Jenny. If you want to throw the
Magnetum, Bambinatum, Gloria Magitum.
Let's muggy him.
Now get out! Yay!
I have to tell you, mistress, that it is my duty to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy, great big question asking. How dare they speak to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are? Flipping, filthy, nasty, stupid Russians.
Don't tell me. We're not rich? What happened? It was the mileage. They took one look at the mileage on the first card and they said that these cats are unnecessary. I told them that did too. I said, hey, the reason why the mileage is so high because it's a manufacturing mistake.
What's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. With her, it's all books and stories. It's library book. It's from the library. Don't do that, please. It's a library book. It's not mine. Go on then. You show the brat. No. This is thick. How do you do this? Come on.
Look at this. Look what I found. They're individual.
No! Please don't, please! No,
Now,
please.
get out of here, you little stinkworm. Get up, boy. And I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl. Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got to hurt, all squished in there. No, it's fine. I think they just fit. Well, I'd hang around just in case. If they start to squeeze out of your ears, you'll need help. I'm Lavender, and I think it's the best for the best if we're best friends.
Eric, hide! Someone put a whole can of syrup under the trenchman's chair. She sat down, and when she got up, her knickers stayed stuck to the seat. Someone told her you did it, and now she's after you.
That's alright. You're done, kid.
You're finished.
Once Agatha Transworld decides that you're guilty,
You're squished.
yesterday she got Julius Rottlewinkle eating a gobstopper inside. She just picked him up, swung him around, and threw him out the
Window.
Don't listen to them. That didn't happen.
Matilda,
say she's lined with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you're sent to if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes and wood, and it isn't wide enough for you to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you'd stood. When the hinges creak and the door is closed, you can't see squat, not the end of your nose. And when you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even breathes your mouth. Oh!
You! Where is the maggot known as Eric?
He's over there, under those coats. He's been there for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh yes, you see, unfortunately, Eric suffers from a rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. This condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing peaks of chronic fatigue. That means they fall asleep without knowing or any warning at all. So you see, he fell asleep, and we put him under these coats for safety. Didn't we? Didn't we? Yes! He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Is it time for school yet, Mom? Hello? What am I doing here? Oh, hello, Miss Transpo.
Lavender?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails!
But my mommy thinks they're sweet.
Then your mommy is a twit! You, what is your name?
Matilda Wormwood?
So you're in Wormwood. I might have known. Well, Matilda Wormwood, you just made very big mistake.
Just so all you know, she's my best friend. Who is it?
It's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
Oh, it'll only take a moment.
Come in if you must. What do you want, Miss Chutney? Oh, it's Miss Honey. And as you know, Matilda has a very basic class. She isn't expected to be reading Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. Well, then stop her reading! Lord knows we tried. Look, I'm not in favor of girls being all clever pants, Miss Hussy. A girl should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now, look at you. And look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
Matilda can calculate complicated figures in
Mind? Her mind? You really don't know anything, do you?
It's very quaint. It's very sweet. But wrong! People are like smarty pants who go around claiming that they know stuff that we don't.
Now, here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important, so you've got to be loud. Girl, you've got to learn to stand up and stick out of the crowd. A little less flat, a lot more heel. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brains, a lot more hair. A little less head, a lot more derail.
No one's gonna look for you if you don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't stand out. No one's gonna care if you don't care.
Now, go and put some highlights in your hair. It doesn't really matter if you don't know much. The less you have to sell, the harder you sell it. The less you have to say, the louder you yell it. The dumber the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you dress it.
Knock on the door, Jen. Just don't be pathetic. You're gonna march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You're a teacher. Just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what kind of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me, pathetic little me. And another door closes and Jenny's outside. Matilda, can I speak with you for a moment, please? I'm afraid I haven't been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So starting tomorrow, I shall bring a selection of very clever books that I think will challenge your mind. You may sit and read while I teach the others, and I will try my best to answer any questions you have. How does that sound? Oh, Matilda, that is the biggest hug in the world.
Matilda Wormwood! Where is Matilda Wormwood?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull? You admit it, do you? Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This clot, this foul carbuncle, is none other than a disgusting criminal. A denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning, you snuck in like a serpent into the school kitchen and stole a slice you. I shall pound you. I shall consign you to the 7 circles of hell, child. You shall be destroyed.
That was the biggest burp I've ever done. That was the biggest burp I've ever heard. That was the biggest burp I've ever heard about. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth, drifted past the bathroom, past Lavender, past Erin, past Matilda, and my great big chocolatey burp with a mind of its own wafted full into the Trunchbull's face.
Bruce Bobtrotter!
Yes,
You enjoyed my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
yes, Miss Sanders.
No. As long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
It is.
Yes, Bobtrotter. It is.
Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful. Marvelous. That makes me so happy. Gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Bring me the cake! What's the matter, Bobtrotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
No! You're not full. You're not full until I say you're full. And I say that criminals like you are not full until they've eaten the entire cake. No buts. You've got no time for but. Eat!
But I can't eat it all.
I'm desperately sick. Well, he should have thought about that before he decided to make a pact with Satan and eat my cake. Eat!
He can't.
Eat!
He surely can't.
Eat!
He surely can't. He surely can't.
Eat!
He might explode. He can't. He surely can't. He surely can't. He surely can't. No, he can. Go, Bruce. He might explode. He can't.
In effect, this might confirm what we all suspected. You have a worm, or maybe your largeness is like the TARDIS, considerably roomier inside.
Wow, he's quite elastic.
He's gonna blow up. Make him stop.
Look at him go! We never thought it was possible, but here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it too. The time has come to put that tumbly down to you. No excuse, Bruce. Let out your belt. I think you want your trousers.
He surely can. He surely can.
Sorry, Miss Trunchbull. I got a little carried away.
That's all right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bobtrotter. Good show. Well, come along then.
Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was just the first part of your punishment. There's more. Second part. Second part is the choking! Yes, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can, Miss Trunchbull. Who do you think I am? Do you think I'd let myself be defeated by these maggots? What am I? An idiot? A fool? You? Please, no, don't do it.
Yes,
No.
Yes, oh. Yes.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of Act 1 of Matilda. Let's give it up for the actors! Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a big round of applause for Act 2 of Matilda. Woo-hoo! Don't forget, keep laughing, keep clapping, and keep letting the actors know that you still love them.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with the proceedings, I would like to offer an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They're not nice things and they're not right things. And I would like to state categorically that we would not like any children who might be here tonight to go home and choose these things for themselves. I am of course talking about reading books. Now, it is not normal for kids to behave in this fashion. It stuns their brain, it wears out their eyes, it makes it ugly, stinky, fatty, sweaty, wetty, boring, gaseous, and crucially, it gives them head lice of the soul. And under no circumstances do we condone such activities, and we do so utterly without reservoirs. Now, can I just ask, by a way of show of hands, how many grown-up people here has actually ever read a book? Come on, put your hands up. Hey you, what's your name? Sorry? Mayur. Don't take this the wrong way, but bookworm, bookworm. Reading all the books like a stinky little worm. Worms read books, worms are stupid. You're a swarm. There now, Mayur will learn from that. It won't stop proceeding, but he'll never put his hand up in the theatre again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the pinnacle of our achievements. The very recent we bothered evolving out of unicorns in the first place.
Somewhere on a show, I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So, Telly, if you bother to take a look, it's the equivalent of like lots of books. All I know I learned from Telly, this big, beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, baby, you can switch the channel over just like that.
All you need to make you eyes is 23 minutes plus space to advertise. Why would we waste our energy turning pages 1, 2, 3 when you can sit comfortably on our lovely bums, watching people singing, talking, and doing stuff?
You can tell from my big telly what a clever fellow I am. Take it away, son.
All I know I learned from Telly. What to think and what to buy. I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really, really smart. And here's why. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin without having to think or nothing.
Bring me the books. Faster.
Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley? Gosh, she sounds smelly. Charlotte Bronte? Don't want it. Jane Austen? In the composting. James Joyce? He doesn't sound nice. William Shakespeare? William Shakespeare. Moby Dick? Easy, Grandma. Ewan McEwan? Oh, I feel like spewing.
All together now. All I know I learned from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly what a clever fellow I am. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Daddy. By the way, Matilda's best friend.
Me too.
There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but play a big part in it.
You're not supposed to say anything about that yet.
Alright, I won't say anymore because I would spoil it. Look, what I do is I want to give a trunchbull a jug of water.
Shush, Larry, you're gonna spoil the fun.
I want the feedback. No, I won't say anymore because I don't want to ruin it.
And on the way back, he finds a newt. A newt's like a really ugly lizard that lives in the water. He picks it up and he puts it in the trunchbull's jug.
No, don't say anymore. I'm going to put the newt in the transfer jug of water. It's going to be brilliant. I'm so sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry you had to go to Turkey.
That's okay, guys. It's not your fault. This horrible phase will soon be over. Soon we won't be children anymore. How lovely it will be to be all grown up. When I grow up, I'll be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I'll be smart enough to answer all the questions you need to know answers to before they grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way home from work, go to sleep really late, and wake up when the sun comes up.
And we won't care because we all grown up. When I grow up, I'll be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to haul.
When I grow up, I'll be brave enough to fight the creatures beneath the bed each night to be a grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat candies every day and play with things mom pretend they don't find fun.
And when I grow up, I will just spend outside just lying in the sun. And I won't burn because I'll be all grown up. When I grow up,
You'll be brave enough to fight the creatures you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow up,
Just because I find myself in the story,
it doesn't mean that everything is written for you. If you think the ending is fixed already, you might as well be saying that that's okay, and that's not right. Oh, hi Matilda. Are you enjoying school?
oh yes, bits of it. Anyway, Mr. Phelps, where's the revenge section?
Well, we don't exactly have a revenge section, but if their child at school is behaving like a
Oh no, not a child exactly.
Matilda, are you sure something's not?
What? Oh yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Matilda, you're so smart. Your parents must have think they won the lottery having a child like you.
Oh yeah, they do. In fact, they're always saying, Matilda, we're so proud to have a daughter as clever as you. You're like winning the lottery. Yeah, I'd better go. Mr. Phelps, what's your opinion on taking revenge?
Oh, wow, that's a difficult question, Matilda. But in my experience, if someone or something isn't being very good to you, it's best to channelize that anger into doing something good, something constructive. Help others, maybe.
Sure.
I'm so clever. I'm so very, very, very clever. I'm so flaming clever.
No.
What a clever fellow I am. No, stop, stop. Everyone, gather around. I want my family to share in my triumph. Not you, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 bangers on my hand, but the mileage in the car, telling the truth that each one was knackered. How could I possibly make the mileage go backwards? I couldn't very well drive it backwards. Could I?
Backwards, when suddenly Dad had the most genius idea in the world. He ran into the workshop, grabbed the drill, and used his incredible mind. He attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car.
I turned it on and whacked it into reverse.
Backwards!
Yes, boy. Backwards, backwards. Now, a drill's motor. It rolls thousands of times a second backwards. And within few minutes, I reduced the mileage on that old rust bucket to practically nothing. I did it to every single car.
Oh, Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was Badgers. It was a program about badgers.
Same thing. And did it work?
Ding!
But that's not fair at all. They trusted you and you cheated them. What is the matter with you?
What have we done to deserve a child like you? You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to go down to the library and tell that old bag that you're never to be let in again.
What? No, please don't.
And if he does, I'll have him fired. I'll put an end to your stories, young man, and you'll never read another stinking book as long as you live. Now get in there and stay in there, you nasty little creep.
Matilda, I've got these books we spoke about so you can just sit and read.
What are you doing with those books, woman?
They're for Matilda.
No, they are not. Not on my watch. There is an age for reading and an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads, aren't you, bog trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. Only bog trotter here is now good. If you can clear to me, Miss Hun, you have no idea what you are doing. You believe in kindness, fluffiness, books and stories. That is my teaching. To teach the child, you must first break the child. Quiet, you maggots!
No one was speaking, Miss Trunchbull.
Miss Honey, please understand when I say quiet, you maggots. You are entirely included in that statement. Where is my jug of water?
Me. I get Miss Trunchbull.
Stupid boy, and you!
disgusting! Revolting! Revolting, I say! It's high time you were toughened up with a little fizz egg! This school of literature is started reading with the most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils can smell it, but I know it oh too well.
It is the odor of rebellion, the bouquet of dissent. A bit of physad will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Squat!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just like a rotten egg that floats in a bucket of water. Push-ups!
1, 2, 3, 4.
For children who aren't listening. For midgets who are fidgeting or whispering in history. The simpering and whimpering. The dribbling and splitting. The mess! I need a tissue. It's an issue we can fix. Grudges!
Once we exercise these demons, they shall be too good for scheming. Jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some double-time discipline to stop the rot from setting in. High knees!
1, 2, 3, 4. And I will not stop till you are squashed.
Till this rebellious squash, till glorious, sweaty discipline has washed this sickening stench away.
Imagine a world with no children. Just close your eyes and dream. Come on, try it!
The peace and the quiet of bubbling stream.
What now? Look, I will do. Can you see the nude? I'm gonna put it in. Quiet! I don't think this is teaching at all. I just think this is cruelty. That is because you, Miss Honey, are pathetic. You are weak. You are weak. You are back to sniffling little. Milk! 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 Why are you You. What? No, I didn't. You. You did this. You vile, repulsive, malicious little sinner! Stop! 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 We were just getting started! No, Miss Trunchbull, don't! Please! You'll put his ear off! And what do we know about ears of little boys?
We have discovered, through many years of experimentation, that the ears of little boys do not come off. They stretch.
In fact, I think I can feel these ones stretching even now! Ow! Ow! No, Miss Trunchbull, no! Leave him alone, you big fat bully! How dare you! You are not fit to be in school. You ought to be in prison. In the deepest, darkest, darkest prison. I shall let you wield out strapped to a trolley with muscle over your mouth. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. I shall strap you to a table and perform experiments on you. And miss the collection and excuses of you children. And you, madam, standing there like a squid of squirrels in its bleeding heart. But I am a match for you. And I tell you, there's nothing I shall not do. No length to which I shall not go. No punishment I shall not inflict. No ear I shall not scratch. No! No! Have you ever wondered? Well, I have. About how when I say red for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in my head as red means in your head when someone says red. And how, if you're traveling at almost the speed of light,
certain. And when everyone shouts, like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud. And my mum, and my dad, and the tent, and all these stories will just stop for once. And I'm sorry, but I'm not quite explaining it right. But this noise becomes anger, and anger is light. This burning in me would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet, like silence, but not really silent, just that nice sort of quiet, like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause for walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent, just a nice sort of quiet, like the sound of you lying upside down in your bed, or the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, their words are forming, cannot reach me anymore. And I'm quiet and warm, like I've sailed into the eye of a storm. See, I can turn it off. Well, that was interesting, but I think we all better go home while we still can, Matilda. Watch. Matilda, I really think it would be wise. Watch, please. I do these things with my eyes. Am I strange? I think. I think. How do you fancy a nice cup of tea? What do you think it is? This thing with my eyes. Well, I'm not going to pretend I know what it is, Matilda. But I don't believe it's something you should be frightened of. I think it has something to do with that incredible mind of yours. You mean there's no room in my head for all of my brains, so they have to squish out through my eyes? Well, not exactly, but something like that. I met your mother. She's unusual. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you? Oh yeah, he's very proud. He's very, 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 very proud. In fact, he's always saying, Matilda, I'm so proud to have a daughter as... That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says. He calls me a liar and a cheat and a nasty little creep. I see. Here we are, home sweet home. Are you bored? Yes, I am. Very. Don't they pay teachers very well? No, they don't exactly. But I'm even poorer than most because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt, but one day I was walking out and came across this old shed. I completely fell in love with it and ran to the farmer and begged him to let me stay in it. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since. But Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed. Oh, I'm okay, Matilda. That's my old pile of books, by the way. Look through them. Maybe you'll find one you haven't read. How come you lived with your aunt? Well, my father died when I was young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel and horrible, like you can hardly imagine. And when I suddenly got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She had written down everything, every tin of beans, every electricity She locked you into tiny cupboards and threw you into cellars. Stop, Matilda, please, stop! But Miss Honey, your aunt's a murderer. She killed Magnus. Miss Trunch.
In this world, there are two types of humans. The winners and the losers. I am a winner. I play by the rules and I win. If I play by the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. Something is not right. If something is wrong, you must put it right, even if it screams. That's what Miss Trunchbull has taught me.
What are you looking at? You! This class is going to have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets one single answer wrong shall go to the choke. Now let's see. You! Spell newt. Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt. What? You're cheating! Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching. Nonsense! Miss Honey is far too soft and peachy to be good at anything. Any moron can see that. You! Spell one thing you all are. Revolting. Revolting. R-E-V-O-N-T-I-N-G. Revolting. These little pictures can't be this clever. They are worms. I taught them, that's all, with kindness, patience, and respect. How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You know nothing on teaching, and I shall prove it. You! Spell Umbrella Canamia Septicanus Timosis. What? That's not a word. Spell or go to the choking, and I shall warn you, it has silent letters. No, I'm sorry. It was a silent C.
You're going to the chokey.
Cat. C-A-F. I got it wrong too, miss. You have to put me to the chokey too. What? Stop there! Sit down! Dog. D-Y-P. Dog. And me.
What are you doing?
Banana. B-A-X-Y-A. Me too. Stop! 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 School. C. School. S-C-X-U-L. You have to put me in the chokey too. You can put us all in the chokey, miss. Come on now, clowns! They all have a cause that tell them what they've been working with.
Oh, we've been busy. A whole array of chokies.
One for each and every one of you. And now that our little spelling test is over, I can say for sure that each and every one of you has failed.
And you're all gonna be put in the chokey. Your very own personal one. So you can use that time to do some self-reflection.
What's this? Who dare touch the light switch? Not us! You see, maggots, in this world there are two types of people. The winners and the losers. And I am a
later, Miss Honey received a letter from a solicitor. It said that her parents' will had mysteriously turned up, and she was now the owner of a big, beautiful house, which was up until then been owned by one Miss Agatha Trunchbull. Miss Honey moved in immediately. She was happier than she had ever been in her entire life. And as for Miss Trunchbull, she was never to be seen again. The Chokis were immediately destroyed, and a new headmaster took over. And you know who she was? Miss Honey. And it was said that it was the best school in the entire land. And sometimes I just think of Matilda, the girl who had done so much for others. The girl who had received no love for her parents. And it would make my blood boil that I could just do something. But I guess it's true that not all stories have a happy ending.
Don't just stand there gawping. We're going to Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this tour seemed to think it was a good idea to sell 150 old battles to the Russian mafia.
I didn't know they were the flaming Russian mafia. Did I? Come on, boy. Wait. Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, I do.
Are you the Wormwood's daughter?
Yes.
Where is your father?
He's... I don't know.
Wormwood is a stupid man. And being stupid, he assumed that I was stupid too. And now that's a very stupid and rude thing to do.
Yes, I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very stupid.
See this? There is at least one smart person in the family. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda,
I like you, Matilda. You seem smart.
Blagador you asked. Thank you, I mean. I taught myself Russian after I started reading the Dostoevsky.
I'm Sergey, and this is my partner Yannick. It has truly been an honor to meet you, Matilda Wormwood. Matilda, your father has been quite rude and stupid to the both of us. I could very easily have him taught his lesson. And one day, when he leaves the hospital, he'll still be stupid, but not so rude. I give this as a gift to you. What do you say?
This is a very tempting offer, Mrs. Sergey, but I'm his daughter and he's my father. I think I've had enough of revenge.
Your father is a very, very, very stupid man, but also very, very, very lucky to have you as his daughter.
Oh.
But he will not be, if I happen to be doing business here again and I see him, he will not be so lucky anymore.
Let's get out of here before they change their minds.
Wait, what about the girl?
Can I stay here with Miss Honey?
Are you going to look after her?
Well, sure, I'd pay for everything and I'd look after her with love and care.
Well, we're a bit short of room, so yes.
Thank you.
Miss Honey's arms because they had found each other.
And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Matilda! Woohoo! Give it up for our incredible cast. I think that's amazing. I am so proud of each and every one of them, but I'm going to call them out and you guys are going to give them a thunderous round of applause, alright? Shall we? Oh my god, they were so good, right? Let's start with the little Matildas. Let's start with Anya and Naya. Come on out, Anya and Naya. Woo-hoo. The little Matildas. Extra loud, just like her personality. Give it up for Mrs. Wormwood. Come on, Matilda and Sahel. Come on up, Matilda. The incredible Mr. Wormwood. Kaden and Bart. With their very green hair. And Vivan and Devasya are so proud of the work you did as Michael! Woohoo! And wasn't he the most evil supervillain of all time? Give it up for Sahana and Gautami and Drakshra! And the lovely Phelps, Abigail and Arnav, come on up! And playing Miss Honey, we had Rajvi and Nandini. And playing Lavender, and actually, well, Larry in the second act, Saisha and Victor! Woo! And playing the other best friend, Eric and Erica, Kushal and Riya. Wow, this is a big cast, isn't it? Okay, you guys are gonna have to squish on up. Okay, Bruce and Brianna. So great as Thakur and Vivan. Come on up, Thakur. And all of our bullies, shall we have all of our bullies out? Vasudev, come on out. Aman, come on out. Come on out, Winston, come on out. Well, Devasya is already out here. And have I missed anybody? What an incredible cast. Shall we teach them how to do I think a bow? Yeah? Okay, everybody's got to hold hands. Hold hands. And then you go up to 3, and then down to 3, and then back to 3. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Matilda! I'm so proud of them. Alright, what you guys have to do is just line up around the stage. Shall we have you do that? Come on. Well, it took a lot to put this show together, and the cast did an incredible job, didn't they? So confident, so funny, they just brought this room alive with all of their jokes and all of these scenes, and they've been working really hard. They worked 20 weeks for this to exist and live only once. And for that, I'm so proud of them. Give them a big round of applause. But also there's this huge machinery that goes on behind the scenes, right? A big team that it takes to put it all together. So I want to give a big shout out to our production team. They're all senior Bs at the Hive, all of our senior kids. Come on up, you guys! Come on up, big Bs. They've managed everything from backstage to braiding to cast lists to guest lists, really everything. Our friends of the Hive, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going, keep it going. Thank you! And this lovely young lady is a graduate of the Hive, a grade 8 graduate of Trinity College of London, incredibly talented actress, but also she's been manning the light console. So give it up for Pehel! And of course, I must introduce you to my amazing team, Liz and Hamzat on photography and video. Thank you, you guys. So you guys have great quality videos that you can send to grandparents and friends and family. Madison, Auntie Madison, come on out! In charge of all things on costumes and backstage, my lovely Natasha. Natasha, come on out! Come on out, man! On braids and looks and lipsticks and conversations with parents and and I cannot one hour cannot go by in my life without this woman's help. Give it up for my Jenna! The real heart and the Hive, my Jen, and our incredible team of teachers, the newest member of the team of the Hive. Her name is Joanna. Give it up for Joanna! And the wonderful Huda Baldar, the director of this festival. Come on up, Miss Huda. And of course, my queen of chaos, where are you, Alba? The director of this awesome show. And my name is Radhika and I get to call this my Hive. Well, we do have just a few more thank yous to say. So first things first, Crayola, big thank you. These guys are such a big and awesome brand. I really was like, what? You want to support us and our tiny little festival? But they said yes, and there's been no looking back. I think their values and our values are truly aligned because they also believe in using art to say something to the world, right? To say that there is room for diversity and there is room for you, whatever color skin you might have, with that Colors of the World crayon box that you guys saw outside. And I'm really so glad that we could team up for this. In fact, they got this big summer send-off that they're going to give you guys. It's a massive hamper, enough to keep you occupied all through summer. Sarun? Sarun is here? Whoa! Congratulations, Sarun. Giant Crayola hamper, all yours.
Thank you.
Yay! Also a big thank you to Igloo Ice Creams because everybody gets free ice cream on their way out. Lots of unlimited free ice cream on your way out. Also thank you to Home Center who helped us put this home together, and they're going to help us put our stage together for the next weekend as well. And our friends in radio, Talk and Love and Big, we've been on air with them all through this week, and we're going to be on air with them for the next week as well. And DNL, who helped us put our sets together, and Cow Valley, who's been our samosa sponsors. A big thank you to all these friends and partners who just said yes when we went to them with an idea. Because it takes a lot, right? It takes a lot to do a festival of this size and these many weekends and these many kids. So we can't do it without brands like these coming on board to partner with us. But most importantly, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys about the Hive. So we are now 500 strong, 500 kids strong. We are in about 6 different schools. I haven't counted, but I think we're at 6. Yeah. We are also, we just got ourselves a new Hive in JLT, and it is beautiful. So all the JLT kids, we got our own brand new space. Yay! And we have an amazing summer camp coming up, and we would love for your kids to be a part of it. I think what we teach, yeah, sure, we teach drama. That's the language that we use, but what we're really teaching is something that goes much, much beyond that, and beyond these lines and beyond the jokes and beyond the play. I think we're teaching a sense of collaboration and empathy and kindness and being able to come together and feel what someone else might be feeling. And I think some of the greatest achievements of what happened on stage today are actually things that you will never know about as an audience, right? It's about how they covered up for each other as a team and how they just jumped into it and they just said yes and they winged it and they did so much today that you will never know about as the audience, and I think that's really the greatest achievement. So I'm so proud that we get to teach them this, what it means to be a human being in this world, and I'm so glad that we could have all these kids be a part of the story. If you would like to spread the word, we've got this amazing summer camp coming up which combines reading, creative writing, a little bit of podcasting, drama, comedy. It's like a coming together of all the best things that we do, and it's for kids between the ages of 6 and 14. So spread the word, tell friends. We'll give you a flyer on the way out so you can pass the message around. And of course, most importantly, we really count on social media to spread the word. So it's at Live with Hive. If you don't already follow us, you absolutely must. It's LIVEATHIVE. Follow us, like, share, comment, subscribe, tag, so we can also share and all those things. Anything I've forgotten? No, that's it. Alright, okay, thank you very much, ladies.